The tall poppy syndrome is a metaphor wherein one sees a poppy field and one poppy is taller than the rest. Most cultures want to cut the tall poppy down so that all poppies are the same height. Since the metaphor is present in many countries, its interpretation is subject to varying cultures. To aid its understanding in the American culture, I have broken TPS into two categories: peer-to-peer or private TPS, which occurs in the cutter's tribe, their family, neighborhood, school, or workplace, and public TPS, in which the cutter feels justified in cutting down a widely known tall poppy for his egregious actions. The following schematic diagrams will aid in your understanding of TPS. The first is peer-to-peer, and the cutter is usually harboring a dark emotion, most commonly envy. The tribal cutter compares himself to a peer who need not be a tall poppy and covets some aspect of the peer. The cutter may take one of two paths. Good envy would cause the cutter to emulate the peer and grow tall, becoming a taller poppy himself. The other and more common path involves bad envy. In this situation, the cutter tries to destroy the peer's happiness. This can be done actively, such as by keying his car, or passively through disparaging or false remarks. Once the peer is cut down, the cutter may enjoy schadenfreude, which involves pleasure from another's pain. There is a virtuous antidote for every dark emotion. In envy's case, it is kindness. The second diagram involves a public TPS. An acknowledged tall poppy harbors a dark emotion, which translates into an egregious action. The cutter feels justified in cutting down the tall poppy because the cutter does not believe the tall poppy deserves his elevated status. Schadenfreude commonly follows the public fall and disgrace. If the tall poppy's dark emotion was pride or hubris, the antidote to prevent future cutting is humility. Other dark emotions and their corresponding virtues can be plugged into the scheme to understand the cutter's and cuttee's behaviors and treatments.